Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Thursday to you all. Happy Friday for those of you that are other parts of the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are watching us live, let us know where in the virtual building you are watching us from on tonight. Let us know who is here. Go ahead and comment. I know it is late night here on the East Coast, and y'all like, what y'all doing up? Having coffee? Yes, we're gonna have coffee and all that good stuff at 11:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're watching live, go ahead and comment. Let us know who's here. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know when the virtual building you are watching from. And I have a special guest with me on tonight, and I'm so grateful for her. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do my intro. In fact, I'm not gonna do the whole elaborate intro. Y'all can see on here on the frame who I am. I am Sharita Leon, and I have the great honor and pleasure and distinction to have here with me none other than the fabulous darling LaKersha King, singer, songwriter, mother, entrepreneur, killing the game in the insurance agency industry. And so she's here with me tonight. Hey, LaKersha.
Hello, gorgeous.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Okay, I see Miss Honey's in the building. Hey, hey, honey. LA's in the house. And so, listen, y'all, we came on here tonight late and all because we wanted to have a conversation, right? So, let me put my quick disclaimer out there, right? Because I'm about to drink my coffee.
Well,
You frozen, the Kershaw? There you go.
Shrita, maybe that's my
What happened? You can't hear me?
Okay, now I can.
Oh, girl, that connection. We're gonna have to lay hands on your connection, honey. We're gonna have to lay hands
Oh,
on your
that's me. Oh
connection.
my God.
She's like, oh my
Right
God.
now, Father.
Oh yes, honey. I'm about to sip my coffee, honey. I'm about to sip my coffee. The Crusher has hers too. So y'all know that when I drink my coffee at night after a long day, you watch the transformation happen, okay? I come on and I'm hype, I'm lit. And then you find me transition. So y'all gonna see this quick disclaimer. So tonight we want to kind of touch on, those of you that are single mothers out there that may be trying to consider starting your own business. Maybe you've already started a business and you're trying to maneuver your way through. And so we want to kind of touch on that and touch on how we've been able to incorporate businesses into our lifestyle as single moms. So, LaKersha, I want you to tell the audience about you, a little bit about yourself and your children, and then I'll kind of just jump in after that.
Okay, so I've been in the insurance business for about 5 years now. And it's it's funny, interesting, and exciting at the same time because when I started, I wasn't all in. I was still working a 9 to 5 job and I was doing it just part time, really trying to like keep that comfortableness or security, not really stepping all the way out there, scared, and wanted to have that just stability, stable income.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was before my kids came along. Um,
And how many kids do you have?
so I have two. I have a
Okay.
7 year old, a 1 year old,
Wow.
and they are my pride and joy.
Aww.
It's the insurance industry. I'm learning that I finally got into a place where now I believe that I can do it. I've recently got to a place where I really enjoy helping people. When I started off, it wasn't that. It kind of was just a job, with me wanting time freedom. But as I've grown and become a mother, I've gotten to a place now where I really enjoy helping people. I love being able to offer them something that they will need. I
Mm-hmm.
understand now that one thing, two things for sure, we're gonna live and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna die. Those are
Mm-hmm.
facts that's gonna happen. And so, um, am I going to? Am I staying on
Well,
Mama
you
Tree?
ready, you out there. You ready to go say what you said. But that's all right. It's 11:51 on the East Coast, only 10:51 for you, but it's all right. So it's okay. So now you have two beautiful daughters,
Mhm.
and as you said, that your pride and joy. I want you to kind of touch on what that journey looked like as a single mom, some of the hardships that come with that, because I can think of some things when I first became a single mother, and I was like, what in the world is happening? And I know one of those things for me was like, I felt like when I became a mom initially that I was finding a really hard time finding my identity. I was like, what in the world is my life going to be consisting of diapers and baby food, and now I'm just a mom. Like Sharita herself was gone and now she's just mom. And I had a big problem with that. So how did that affect you? Did you feel any of that when you became a mother the first time, and trying to figure out the whole thing on your own?
So the first time it was because I feel like now it's like mom again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time I had my mom, and she passed away 2 years ago. And
Mm,
so my oldest daughter was her baby. It was
mm.
like, mama, my child is coming home this weekend. Okay. And so it was easier.
Okay.
She was like really my backbone. Like any decision that I run it through her, which was bad because I wouldn't even run it to God first. It was like, Mama, Mama,
Mm-hmm.
what you think around this time? Mama, what you think?
Mm-hmm.
So it was easier with my oldest. With my second, it's like I'm having to start all over again. And it's
Right.
harder because I kind of just had that guidance like, you're going the wrong way. Come back this
Mm-hmm.
way. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. And there's like a 6 year difference too. So it's
Seven.
like,
Yeah.
so starting over again with this big gap. Because listen, I'm when I have my child, right? Insert husband, insert baby. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
there's gonna be at least an 11-year span from that, and a big old gap. And so in my mind, I know I want to do it again, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to having a son. At the same time, like, that was a whole like 11 years. Like, my daughter's gonna be 10 next month. And
Yeah.
so that's like starting over for real, for real. So I know for
Yeah.
me, like as I said, I had a big issue with trying to find myself outside of being a mom when she was first born. And it was like everything revolved around her and being a mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I couldn't do anything. I didn't really have that much support. So I had this baby stuck to my hip at all times. And it was just like a lot. But through that, eventually it got better. It got
Yeah.
easier. And I had to fight to get myself back. Like I had to fight to remember that I was on this earth for more than just being a mom, but also seeing
Mm.
the pleasure and the gift of motherhood, right? Because
Yeah.
there is no other job description, no other anything like being a mother. But talk about now, we still are mothers, we still are singers, songwriters, walking in purpose, all that good stuff. How do you take the time now to one, be a great mom to your children, but then incorporate entrepreneurship at the same time? Like, how did you do that? Like for example, we're both in TAVA, and so now that's adding on to what you already have been doing. So how do you incorporate that and still be an efficient mother to both of your children?
Well, when it comes down to motherhood, and I'm a just tie them all together
Hmm.
individually in a sense. When it
Hmm.
comes down to motherhood, my first thing is listening because I had a hard time with that. Like even if like my 1 year old, she don't really know a lot, but when she say mama, she's calling for me.
Hmm.
My oldest daughter being 7, sometimes she don't use her words. She'll look like Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you said we was going to, so I listen to them body language, with their words when they
Hmm.
don't know the words to say. I just listen when it comes down to motherhood. Um, when it in with Tava, like, I mean, come on, that's where this connection came from. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It is so divine, and it's so amazing because, like, every day, almost like, you know how God show us brand new mercies every single day.
Hmm.
I learned that with Tava, it's a shifting in my life, that's happening, and it's going to connect, make me a better mother. Entrepreneurship,
Hmm.
it's showing me structure, strategizing how to balance my work life. My children
Hmm.
got me with motherhood, because they're
Right.
gonna let me know, as long as I continue to listen to them, don't shut them out.
Hmm.
Don't let things become louder than, like,
Hmm.
finding my balance.
Right.
And when that comes, like, even with just being on this platform, just making sure that things are in place,
Hmm.
before doing the next thing, completing a thing before
Right.
moving forward. And I look at it like working out. Um, I have to show up every day.
Hmm.
Show up every day and be my great self every day. That's all I can do. Not you know, and connecting with the right people. If I
Hmm.
don't know, it's okay to not know.
Right.
God put people in my life to help me, so don't be afraid to seek counsel. I
Hmm.
mean, that's scripture, and
Right.
I saw it here in Taba, though. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And
Right.
so it um I believe all things work together.
Come on here,
That
scriptures.
and that's just real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It all works together, and that's what it's doing for me. Like, in this very moment in my life, I'm starting to see those things happen, because it wasn't like that for me all my life. Okay, you
Hmm.
got to do this. It really was a fog, my childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And so what I've learned has only gotten me so far. What I've learned back
Hello.
then, it won't take me where I'm going.
Come on. Exactly.
And that's just what it is. So I listen,
Hmm.
and I listen, I learn, and I grow.
Hmm. Listen, learn, and grow. That's a word right there. So now, okay, we talked about listening, growing, adding all of that together, and managing that lifestyle. But the truth is, there's no real such thing as balance. It's not a 50-50 type of situation. So there are going to be times where it's like this late at night, where it's midnight, and we're here doing a show at midnight. We're there working at midnight, just putting the kids to sleep, and being able to take that time out to do some other things. Now, how do make sure that you keep your calm in the days when the kids are driving you crazy and they haven't gone to bed yet? Because see, I'm out here drinking my coffee, and this is my second cup today. So I'm trying to figure out, what do you do?
Honestly, you know what? There are some times where I, like, like, Hersha, you didn't have to go there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could have chose another word to get your point across. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I understand that I don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And so if I if if I didn't do it the correct way, I go back and I address that thing. Like, I could have said that differently. I could have did that differently. I
Hmm.
apologize, and I won't have it again. Let's put a boundary up. So when
Hmm.
this is going on, mommy, no yelling. You
Right.
can't yell when we having school. You cannot yell. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that. Like, the whole, listen, y'all, this is real, okay? Because now we are mothers, we're teachers. Like, that whole homeschool thing is real. You know
All
what I'm
by
saying?
itself.
Like, like when it first started, it was like, OMG. Hey, Pastor Sean, I'm surprised you up. You probably just
Hey.
woke up because y'all know Pastor Sean go to sleep early. So she's probably like, why aren't you sleeping, Sharita? I'm going to sleep, Pastor Sean. I am. So I know, like, when the whole homeschool thing just started, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. Like, I was like, Jesus. And mind you, we didn't have no Caprice coffee then, right? So let me take a quick break to tell y'all something. So this coffee that you all hear me talking about right now is our CBD infused Caprice coffee. And
Yes.
it's amazing for many different reasons. But the one I want to highlight now is the ability to help with if you're having one of those days and your nerves is bad, you want you some Caprice coffee, right? Because
Yeah.
it's gonna calm you down. It's gonna bring forth relaxation. Like, I'm gonna have some amazing sleep tonight because it's going to help me with that as well. But it's one of those things. Like, I was on the phone today with one of my customers, and she was saying how since she started drinking the coffee, she doesn't have anxiety like she used to have, and she's not as depressed as she used to
Mhm.
be. And she was saying how she feels so much better. She's like, she has so much going on, and this has been able to help her. And that's amazing because, like, I had a day today, right? And so the coffee was there to help. And so with that, when school started, working from home and then having to teach at school as well, I thought I was going to lose it. And I didn't have no Caprice coffee because that didn't come out till August. But we still made it, right?
Yeah.
So now, what I want to touch on is being able, as a single mother, to make it your business to start a business, make it your business to secure the bag and make that extra money, particularly in TAVA, right? And so, honey, don't laugh at me, girl. So in TAVA, how has that been, impactful for you and your family, being able to make extra income and doing it from the comfort of your home and still being able to do all the other things that you do?
Tyler really opened my eyes to the fact of wanting to be at home. I
Mm,
look at the commute that I'm in with the insurance. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job, but being on the path to
mm-hmm,
getting myself in a position so that I no longer have to commute, that
mm-hmm.
right there itself, it is worth going through, just to be able to be at home with my children and teach her full time. Because right now she's 100% homeschool and I'm a part-time teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I don't like that. And so
She said, I don't like that.
I don't.
I love how she just sweetly said that. I don't like that. You would think she was saying the opposite. That's what I love about LaKersha. She says things in the nicest way. You be like, did she just say that?
I don't like it. But
But you're doing a good job.
well, I thank you. Thank you so much, Sharita.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and I know that it's worth going through um the ups and the downs. It's so worth it. The the money, the products are amazing. The family is amazing. Like, it's worth it. It's so worth it.
So, you mentioned the products, right?
Mhm.
Because you've had your transformation. I should have got your picture before I came on here, but I didn't. But let's talk about that for a moment because you are out here getting snatched, ma'am. And so, praise him. So,
Yeah.
talk about that, what the products have done for you personally, and how has that been able to free you up, both, physically, all of that. What has that done for you?
Well, with the products, I made a commitment to myself being consistent. When I
Mm-hmm.
started, I was very inconsistent with everything, just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at a place now where my talk, it, it can't do that for me.
Come on.
Not over here.
That part.
And so it requires action. And
Mm-hmm.
so taking the products, it really just gave me that boost to where now I don't care what, if I hadn't worked out yet, once we got off of here, I was about to work out.
Come
But
on.
it got me to a point where now I'm excited. Like, let's go get it in. And
Hey,
my baby, to see my children doing it with me, and like
that's
yesterday made
beautiful.
yesterday made 1 month just being consistent
Oh,
Monday through
wow.
Friday. Thank you. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
So
So
how
I
much weight have you lost?
so altogether I've lost 25 pounds
Woo,
altogether.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Like that's major.
Yeah.
Like it's major. You can see a major difference in 25 pounds, but you can also feel the
Ooh,
difference.
that part.
Girl.
Baby, I used to walk up them stairs and like
Mm,
halfway through, like,
yep.
hurry up, go sit down. Wait a minute. Just tired. Breathe.
Right. And it
Yeah.
makes so much of a difference. I'm telling you, the products at TAVA are
For
phenomenal.
real.
Like, I'm telling you, when I see the results that not just other people have, because that's great too, but seeing my results, right? And I was looking at, you know how you get your memories on your phone from like years or whatever. And I was looking at last year this time, and I was like, well, praise the Lord, you know? And the thing is, I didn't think I could lose weight
Yes.
again. Like, and that was the hardest thing for me. Like, I was low key getting depressed about it because I was not seeing results. And hey, Kirsten.
Hey,
And
sister.
so And so because I didn't see any way of losing weight again, I felt like I was going to be stuck here forever. Like I felt like I was never going to be able to lose weight. I was like, I couldn't do no surgery. I was like, I don't know what was going to happen. And to know that 1 year later, the great difference that I've had, both feeling physically, being able to cross my legs again, is a
Yeah.
major, major difference. So listen, we touched on being able to create an extra stream of income as a mother and as someone who's an entrepreneur and all that good stuff. Now I want us to kind of like, we're going to come to a close, but I want you to share with the audience one of your harder times as a single mom, how you overcame that, and how now literally you have positioned yourself to show your children, not just talking, but to show your children how to create a better life for themselves, and how now you're willing to do that and partnering up with Tava.
So one of the hardest times was with I do not want to get emotional.
Go ahead,
So
girl. Let them use you. You're going to bless somebody.
one of the hardest times was with my 7-year old. And I remember walking in my apartment and my lights were off. Oh my God. I was like, don't worry, they're fixing the lights, you don't
Mm,
have to tell anybody. You don't nobody need to know, but I
mm-hmm,
normally don't cry in front of her, but that day, oh, I
mm,
cannot hold the tears, you know? And I didn't have a breaking point right there. That wasn't
mm,
that wasn't my breaking point, but that was something that it was a seed that I still remember. It was something that was planted that day. And if I ever go back to a hard time, that will be it. Where
mm.
it moved me in a sense where I never want my child to go through that. I don't never
Right.
want her that to be her story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so fast forwarding into the point where I'm at now, because I really have to fast forward to now
Right,
because
right.
I wasn't being consistent before. Even though
Mm-hmm.
that happened, I knew that I wanted more, I knew that I
Mm.
wanted better, but I wasn't willing to put in the work. I was
Wow.
still saying it. I could preach it very well, but I did not want to put in the work
Mm-hmm.
until where this season that I'm in, literally right now. What I've done is that I made a commitment, and I will die for it, that
Mm-hmm.
I will not let my daughters just see me talking about a thing. And with me
Mm.
putting God first, they will
Come
not
on.
see me talking about something and not see it manifest. So
Come
I
on.
started putting things on my wall. I
Yes.
started speaking things and they hear me. I can ask my daughter right now, what do your mama do? And she would say, you sell life insurance,
Mm.
you sell Tava. And
No, that's right.
I've never told her. I've
Wow.
never told her. And so what I choose to do now and what I would do so that my children won't have to go through that hardship is speak it
Mm-hmm.
and live it. Walk it like I
Come
talk
on.
it.
Hey.
For
You
real.
better walk it like you talking, honey. Absolutely.
For
Actually, it's so
real.
funny you say that. You talking about you going into the house and the lights being off. I remember for me, one of my, oh Lord, I had an apartment, girl. And in this apartment, see, there are a couple, I got a couple of stories, but I'm gonna talk. The first one that came to my mind was the apartment. And it had a really bad mice problem. And I had never in my entire life dealt with that. And I was petrified. Do you hear me? Petrified. So I used to hate coming home. And I remember I was in the room one day and I hear my daughter saying, Mommy, a mouse. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I remember thinking to myself, one, this is not my life. But more importantly, as a mother, this is not the lifestyle that I'm going to have my daughter accustomed to, you know? And I believe having that vision and desire to want more for your children changes the game because it could go back to what you're saying, where you literally talk like you're walking, right? Walking like you're talking. You're now, I have to do something different because I'm not going to let my kids see this. I'm not going to show them that this is all we have. And that creates a desire to make change, to do something different. And I
Yeah.
was sharing the other day how this industry of network marketing had really changed my life on so many different levels. And one time in particular, when hey Latoya, when I literally, this is the first time I had gotten I didn't just get evicted, but the marshals came and kicked all our stuff out the dang on house, right?
Mhm.
And I remember it was this industry that allowed us to have a place to stay in a hotel because I had products to sell. And so I share all this with everybody to say this: whether you're a single mom right now of one child, two children, or three children and beyond, there are different ways for you to be able to change your life. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to accept that as your reality. There are opportunities that can literally help you change your life. And more importantly, show your children what is possible and give them a life that they have no idea is even possible. Create that possibility for them. I asked my daughter, it might have been maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I don't even know how we came to the conversation. And I think she might have been studying something in school and they were talking about poor people and rich people. I don't remember what it was. And so I said to my daughter, I said, oh, well, what are you? Are you poor or are you rich? She said, I'm rich. Listen, if my parents had asked me that at my age, I would have been like, well, I don't know. But to be able, but to be able for her to be like, oh, well, yeah, she doesn't know any care in the world. She doesn't remember or know when we got kicked out and all that. She doesn't know any of that.
Yeah.
So being able to do something else for your children, they should have a better life than we had. We should be able to leave an inheritance for our children's children. That is the word. And
Yeah.
so when we come together and we partner up with opportunities like TAVA, it allows for us to literally create a better life for ourselves, but more importantly, for our children. And so I say that to say, if you're watching this directly from LaKersha's page, you need to be in her inbox. Y'all have seen her transform, lose 25 pounds. You've seen her gain her confidence. You've seen her move as a leader and consistently share with you all what she's doing. Now it's time for you to do the same thing. Because one thing you don't want to do is watch somebody else win, knowing that you could have been winning at the same time. And so it is for those of you watching directly from my page. It's time to take things to the next level. There are no excuses. There really aren't. You can get started for as little as $49.
Yep.
I'm telling you, $49 in the hands of the right person who has hunger, who is serious about changing their lives and has vision will literally be a life changing opportunity. So, listen, get in our inbox, come together, and work with us. That's right, Latoya. Absolutely. Come work with us. We're so serious about this thing that we're out here at midnight talking to you about it. In fact, millionaires are made at midnight. So, you
Come
better get with it.
on.
So listen, thank you so much, LaKersha, for hopping on. Do you have any
Thank
final
you.
remarks that you'd like to share with the people?
No, I'm just so thankful that you thought enough of me to have me with you. I love you. I'm not afraid to say it publicly. You know it
I love you
privately.
too, girl.
And
I just
so
love me some LaKersha, y'all, for real,
I
for
love me
real.
some Sharita.
All right,
Yes.
y'all. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life in a cup of Caprice coffee, baby. Be blessed.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money